Good evening, families. Welcome to our 2021 to 2022 Back to School Night virtual edition yet again this year. My name is Brad Horstman, and I'm your child's instructor for IB History Year 1 for both standard level and the higher level SLHL. So tonight I want to just give you a little bit of background on who I am. You get to know me, and then a little bit overview of the course, and give you some contact information should you need to reach out for further questions. All right. Thank you for your time tonight. So this is my 11th year teaching overall and my 9th year at the Downtown STEM Academy. In those 9 years here, I have taught IB history for 7 of them. And I'm looking forward to it again this year for our junior class. I graduated from Downtown West High School in 2006, and then I attended West Chester University for my undergraduate and then also for my master's degree in Cold War history. The Cold War is one of the topics that we'll explore this year, which I'm very excited for. I also live in downtown Borough, and fully integrated in all things downtown, and certainly invested in your child's success and success here at STEM. So for this course, it is a 2-year course, just like all of our IB programs. As far as for IB history goes, the content we break down into the 2 columns that are listed there for you. So for our junior year, and I may track with the class into their senior year, I may not, but this year we'll be looking at through the fall semester an in-depth look at World War II in a causes, practices, and then effects of that war. And as we get into the spring, we'll spend the spring semester examining the Cold War from beginning to end. And again, along the way, we'll cover the Cuban Revolution and the Vietnam War as proxy conflicts, and that will help us double up for some of the 20th century warfare that will be assessed on in year 2. Okay. Again, not to spend too much time on year 2 topics, but in the fall, we'll look at the Chinese Civil War. So your child will have 4 20th century conflicts to build around, and then we'll go into a comparative study of civil rights movements in South Africa and the American South. So for grading, a continuation of sorts from 9th and 10th grade years as far as formatives and summatives go. In this course, we do a lot of formative check-ins. Your child will be starting a summative research paper if they are in the higher level course in the next week or 2. And so there'll be some days set aside for just HL work on that with check-ins and revisions and teacher conferencing. But at the end of the day, that formative process, again, is not weighted. It's not counted into the overall grade, but we're building up to something larger along that process. For summatives, they have their reader currently. We build our course around critical reading skills of academic texts, the critical writing skills, and then obviously the content-based discussion, which will set them up for success at either the collegiate level or out in the business world. Okay. So with those reading checks, it's merely looking for some basic understanding that we can then build around through discussion and jump into a deeper dive into content. At the end of each one of our units, so at the end of our causation of World War II, and at the end of each unit thereafter, we'll have a summative quiz to look at for basic understanding, and then follow that up with a critical writing piece where they can respond to a variety of prompts. And then again, because we are at STEM, we still will continue group projects. There'll be minor summatives, as in previous years, they probably were a little bit larger weighted. They'll be less weighted here in the IB. Okay. For the IB overall, since this is a 2-year course, we try to lay the foundation for senior year. Work requirements, across the board seem to pick up in mass for seniors. So we lay a strong foundation here in junior year. They will start their individual assessment, the internal assessment here at the IB Academy. And that's just a long research paper. So they'll start it in January and they'll conclude that in December. And again, the topic that they choose will be one of their own interest and pursuit. Okay, so To not take too much of your time this evening, but to give you a little bit about me, a little bit about this course. Again, it is a journey of sorts because we do have 2 years to get our content in, which is nice for, I think, for the students and for me as well, because with a smaller class that we have, we can cater it to their interests. We can cater it to slowing things down if we want to take a deeper dive and so on and so forth. So um, we'll see how the year comes together. But I look forward to working with you and working with your child this year. And again, if you have any questions or if you have any concerns or need further clarification, please don't hesitate to reach me. My email is there as well as my extension here at STEM. All right. Thank you so much. Be well and take care.